What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I got a great video for you. I'm going to be talking about 8 recurring anxiety nightmares that I would have sometimes on a back-to-back nightly basis whenever I was going through my anxiety disorders. Go ahead and smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment down there. Let me know your most common nightmares that you have if you're dealing with anxiety, okay? I'm sure you can relate with somebody. A lot of you are going to relate with the ones that I talk about today. Now, these were the ones that I had the most frequently when I was dealing with anxiety. Of course, there's going to be some that are not going to be listed. Just wanted to go over the common ones. And just because I don't deal with anxiety disorder anymore does not mean that I don't dream about some of these things, because I do, especially if I had a really hard day. And sometimes we can just randomly have a nightmare here and there. But guys, the frequency of them has dropped significantly. Thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I was miserable enough whenever I was awake. The last thing I wanted whenever I was getting some type of sleep was to be miserable at that point and have horrible, vivid, disturbing nightmares. So hopefully I can relate with you, show some of you that you're not alone in your struggles with this. Now, obviously, anxiety, depression, PTSD can up the frequency of the dreams that you have at night, as far as the negative ones, the nightmares, the terrors. And guys, I also dealt with sleep paralysis, so if you deal with that, you're not alone. That's a whole nother video. That'll be an interesting one. I'll share with you what that's like. Pretty terrifying. But also insomnia, sleep disturbances, sleep disorders can lead to a higher frequency of nightmares as well. But the thing is, if you have anxiety and depression, many of you have dealt with insomnia or had a hard time going to sleep, and that was me. I would go sometimes 2 days without getting any sleep. This led to me trying to catch up with naps, and again, I don't know if you're like me, but every time I tried to take a nap, it was like the worst nightmares of them all, even worse than going to sleep at night. And I've mentioned this in past videos, and somebody said, yeah, taking naps is terrible. I can't take naps. Guys, that was me. I couldn't sleep during the day. I mean, I would try, obviously, to play catch up, but I would have just horrible, vivid, real-like dreams. So yeah, napping was hard for me. So guys, before I go any further, it's important for me to let you know, I know some of you get tired of hearing this, but I gotta do it. I'm not a licensed mental health professional, and I'm not trying to be one, I'm not claiming to be one, but I did go through anxiety disorders for 5 long years. I did overcome that. I try to show you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel for these nightmares as well. They can drop down in numbers. You can get over your anxiety disorder. And I just want to show you that there is light at the end of the tunnel, because if I did it, I know that you can do it too. It's a lot of hard work. I do offer live coaching. My email is down below in the description and in the first pinned comment. Reach out to me for some one-on-one coaching. I hope you get on track. So guys, the first one, and a lot of you have had this one, teeth falling out. This is a scary freaking dream for me. I would have this like twice a week, easily. It always started with me doing something and messing with my mouth, or using my tongue, and then my tooth would be loose, and I'd be like, oh man, why is my tooth loose? I'm an adult, I've already lost all my teeth, and I have my grown-up teeth, and I mess with it, and all of a sudden it just falls out, and then you're like, oh my god, and then you start messing with the teeth next to it, and they get wobbly, and it's like your gums are like melting up there, and it's like the teeth are just falling out loosely. And this is such a fascinating dream, because a lot of humans dream this. Most of you will have this dream at some point in your life. That is so freaking incredible how we're so alike on that. But from what I have read, the teeth falling out is you having control issues, or you're feeling like you're out of control and you can't control something. I'm not big into reading dreams and all of that. I've looked into a few of these things, but I try not to go too deep. And whenever I was dealing with my anxiety, man, I think looking into dreams would have probably caused me more stress, but that's just me personally. And this is no knock on those of you that go to try to figure out your dreams. Good for you. The next one, guys, is not being able to run. And not being able to run fast, I should say. Whether that be from an active shooter situation, because I would have a lot of dreams about active shooters, being in a crowded place, somebody starts just unleashing, the fury with their guns, and I'm trying to get away, and it's like I cannot freaking run, and then I start catching bullets. It's like having a ball and chain on you, and I know many of you have dealt with this dream as well. It's very stressful. You're trying to get away, and it's not just from that. I've had dreams about velociraptors chasing after me, monsters, or ghost-like or zombie-like creatures, and I'm trying to get away, or animals too. I've had the dreams about the bears and the tigers attacking, and I'm trying to get away, and I just can't run. The next one, guys, is being super forgetful. And this is a hard one to explain. I know it seems simple, like just being forgetful. But I would just be in this situation that I've been in many times, but for some reason I cannot execute any tasks. I would just basically be running around in circles with my head cut off, right? I didn't know how to do anything anymore. So we've all been there in real life. Remember where you've gone into a room and it's like you forgot why you're there or what you needed? It's like that, but like non-freaking stop. And it's like, I know what I need to do, but for some reason I can't put it together. So a lot of this will come down to like me trying to get to a certain place, and it's like for whatever reason I keep forgetting my exit, or I could explain this in so many different ways and go on and on and on. But it's just being extremely forgetful and not being able to get your final task done. This is one of the smaller ones that I would have. And I would even have filler dreams. Like I would have like 3 dreams a night, guys. I wouldn't just have one dream. And we have many dreams, but just it depends on if you remember them or not. But I would have like 3 of these dreams a night, and a filler dream basically would be one that I would have almost every night, and it was that super forgetful thing. It would be a different scenario every time. The next one, guys, I put this in one category: vivid and disturbing dreams. Now you could argue that all these had some of that disturbance, but these were just really, really bad. I'm talking about getting shot, getting stabbed, getting killed, getting tortured. I had many dreams like that where I could actually feel pain. To this day, I really feel like I could feel it. It was terrible. And this is really interesting because like I would be stabbed, I could feel that, I could feel the blood come out, I could feel losing my body heat because I was losing blood, then feel weak, tired, shortness of breath. I had heart attacks in my dreams where I just felt a different type of chest pain, like it just hit different. And it was really, really strong in the center of my chest. It was just crushing, like it was what everybody describes. I've been shot, knowing what that feels like, and the pain that comes with that, the torture. Guys, it is, I hate it. And I've been in many battles as far as my dreams. I know that sounds weird. I've been in many battles, like the civil wars, the medieval battles. But I really, in my dreams, I wasn't a lot of those, and I had to do a lot of things to freaking survive that I'm not proud about, right? But it was in my dream. I didn't actually do it, of course, but still. It was like I would wake up feeling guilty for some of these things. Like nuclear warfare was another one. I could feel the shockwave coming in the heat, just burning my face. Driving, seeing the nuclear warhead just like shoot across the sky, boom, mushroom cloud, here it comes. I'm trying to turn around with my vehicle and get away as fast as I can, and it always ends up catching me in the end. I could go on and on about vivid and disturbing, but they were very real, okay? It was like real life. The ones where you wake up and it was so real, it's like you still believe that happened. You know what I mean? It's so creepy. It takes you like 20 minutes to get out of your funk, those kind of dreams. The next one, not being able to land a punch. And I guess we could have put this in the same category of not being able to run. But you know, you're in a fight, and a lot of men have this dream. Some of you ladies probably do too. Not trying to separate you guys. Some of you like to punch. But basically, I'm just trying to defend myself. I always get these weird dreams where I'm just there, and then some dude just kind of comes up to me, and he's like pressing on me, and I'm just like, get off of me, and then they start hitting and swinging at me, and then I'm trying to land punches. It's like, it's like I can't connect on the face at all, or it grazes off the shoulder or off the cheek. Like I just can't connect to save my freaking life. I know many of you can relate with that, but I had that dream a lot. The next one is being naked in public. This was a very short dream in my opinion, and I don't even know how it happened. Like I didn't like undress or anything. The dream would start with me being naked in a public place, and I'm like trying to hide. I'm like trying to get around like people not seeing me, obviously. Again, many people have this dream in just different scenarios. So it'd be like at a supermarket, right? At a grocery store. That's typically where I would have this dream. Or at school. I'd go back to like my high school days. The next one is storms. Now this is a weird one because I love weather. I'm a weather nerd. But ever since I was 8 years old, I was like kind of traumatized whenever a tornado came close to our house. And I was actually terrified of severe weather after that for about 2 years, even though I loved weather before, and then I got over that and loved it after. But those 2 years were really hard, and ever since that happened, I have had some pretty bad tornadic dreams. And guys, if you could just see my dreams and picture, you'd be like, oh my God, this would be amazing movies. But I would have horrible tornado dreams with it coming, the roar, it was violent, you know, stuff just flying like crazy. Having a house shake, the storms, I would have that all the time. It was usually tornadoes or just this straight line wind event. The next one, guys, is old jobs. The next one, guys, is old jobs. Now, this one for me, I'll just go over one example. Waiting tables. Now, I know many of you probably have waited tables in your life. You remember how stressful that was whenever you were in the weeds, right? When you had like 3, 4 tables, maybe you got double or triple sat, and you remember that stressful feeling of like, oh my God, I gotta get the drinks, I gotta get the food order. Oh my God, they want dessert right now. Why? Oh, I gotta bring plates out. Oh, I gotta go wash the plates off. Like, it's a very stressful job. I will never go back to waiting tables. If you're doing that right now, I did it for a long time, so I can relate, but I'm personally never going back there again if I can help it, you know what I mean? But even though that was a long time ago, whenever I was dealing with my anxiety, I would really dream about this over and over and over. And one of those jobs was cotton patch. This was a job that I had in high school for a little over 2 years. A lot of stressful situations at a younger age when I was at that job. And I would just get double sat, triple sat, quadruple sat, running the whole basic restaurant by myself. Maybe it was a previous job that you hated a lot. So yeah, that's a common thing for people that have anxiety as well, dream about past situations, including the workplace. So guys, those are 8 of my most common anxiety nightmares. Like I said, I have more than that, but I could talk for hours and hours and hours on that. But if you're going through this, guys, obviously reducing your anxiety, your stress, your depression obviously is gonna help you get better sleep at night. Immediate relief. There's not tons of immediate relief, and I want you guys to get out of that mindset. You have to develop new habits, new routines. I will link a video up here. I hope that you can watch it. It's the best nightly routine for anxiety and insomnia, and I want you guys to watch that, please. It'll help you get into a better mindset earlier in the day. You got to start winding down earlier than what you think, and you need to have a good schedule, okay? If you can't settle down, you can't quiet your nerves, why on earth would you get any good sleep, all right? But a morning routine is just as valuable, so I'll link that video as well. Make sure that you check that out. Morning is gonna set you up for a good day, and if you had a good day, you're more likely to have a good night, right? So keep working, guys. My tips for anxiety are down below. Remember, if you haven't gotten your thyroid, your hormones, or your vitamin levels checked, what are you waiting for? Please do that. I've seen it time and time again, people dealing with those issues, and it caused them anxiety symptoms or actually mimicked it. So be sure to rule that out so you can move forward. I've talked to so many people where they basically had a thyroid issue for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years, and they thought it was anxiety and were told it was anxiety the whole time. Get it checked out. Now there's a link down below where they will actually send you the test. You can do it, you send it back, and 2 to 5 days later, you can actually get your results online. So, and something that I am gonna mention to you guys tonight, I'm actually purchasing one for my wife, the hormonal and the thyroid. She's been struggling lately, and we wanna rule that out. She has never had those things checked, so we're gonna do that. So wish us luck. But I'll have future videos to show you how that process works. But the video, the site is down below. Trey Jones 20 will save you 20%, so check that out. Online therapy is down below. All my social networks, join those, like this video. Again, leave me a comment, let me know what nightmares that you deal with now, or what you dealt with when you were going through anxiety. If you just want to spitball and talk, just whatever. Fill the comment section up down below, that's what it's there for. Subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell so you get updates when I put my videos out. Until next time, guys, I love you, keep fighting.